Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and this video, which is an unboxing and a setup video for the brand new racing rim from Moza, the GS Vision. For full transparency, I am an affiliate of Moza Racing and they did send me this steering wheel completely free of charge for me to use here in this video and of course on the channel. There is also a link to the product in the description. That's an affiliate link. If you were to click on that and purchase something, they would send the channel a small kickback. But with all that being said, let's get on with today's video. Upon my recent visit to Gamescom, I visited the Moza Racing stand and had a chat with Francesco, who's in charge of the European part of the business, and just generally had a chat about Moza. I will leave a link to that video top right of your screen, but that was my first chance to have a look in the flesh for the very first time at the Vision GS. I must say I'm very excited to get this on my own racing rig. So let's start with our usual look around the box. The front of the box gives us a full image with the racing rim fully switched on, all the lights illuminated, and the LED bar is on the very top of the steering rim. The side of the box tells us that it's a futuristic design. It's got a 2.85 inch customizable HD display. As with all Moza products, they're aeroplane grade aluminium. There's carbon fiber reinforced composites. The LED rev limiter has got 16.7 million colors, and it's got Hall sensor magnetic paddles and a dual clutch. The rear of the box shows us, for illustration purposes, the rim switched on and connected to the R16 base unit. Also shows some CRP pedals. Inside the box we have the user manual, two sticker sheets. The first one has got words on there such as boost, flash and radio. The second has numbers, letters and icons. There's also some tweezers to help you get the stickers aligned perfectly. The rim itself is contained in a protective branded bag, which is great if you're going to be swapping between rims. Then we get our first glimpse of the rim. Now it's out the box. It looks very, very pretty. I love the design. There's also quite a few features as well, such as the top mounted RPM indicator, which I spoke about earlier. That can also double up as a flag signal indicator. There's some really nice stitching on the microfiber leather. I really like this microfiber actually. They use it on most of their rims and it's never let me down. It hasn't shown any signs of wear so far on my other rims and I've never had a loss of grip. The faceplate of the rim is constructed from carbon fiber reinforced composites, which means not only does it look good, it's going to be very strong with no flex in the rim. There's 8 short travel RGB backlit buttons on the front of the rim. These are fully customizable and capable of displaying up to 16 million colors. On the rear of the rim, there's 2 unique buttons that can be assigned to any function. You'll have no shortage of buttons here. There's 72 programmable different input signals, everything from the 7-way funky switch, universal joystick, 3 rotary encoders, and 2 thumb encoders. The wheel is equipped with an ultra-fast 1.3 GHz quad-core processor and the touchscreen display refreshes at 60 Hz. It looks lovely, doesn't it? And this is not based on any particular brand or steering wheel. This is Moza's take on what the steering wheel of the future would look like, and the unique selling point of this rim is the circular display in the middle. It's on a gyro, so it stays horizontal regardless of where you're steering. Connecting the rim for the first time shows us a very nice startup sequence. And of course the first thing you should do with actually any hardware, but Moza in particular, is to go into the Moza Pithouse software and update the firmware to the very latest version. Depending on your connection, this can take a while, but like I say, and as you can see from the patch notes here, it just ensures you have the latest version of the software that's available for your hardware. As always, the Pithouse software is fantastic. You can do all of your changes through the software if you wish, or you can use the touchscreen itself. Some, but not all of the dashboards have different variations if you swipe left or swipe right. It's really easy in the Pithouse software to hover over one of those RGB backlit buttons and come up with some really cool variations of color. Here we have the unique selling point of the GS Vision in action, and that's the gyro screen. As you can see, whichever way I turn the steering wheel, the gyro screen is trying its best to stay as horizontal as possible. Disappointingly, there is quite a lot of lag if you do move the steering wheel in a fast motion. I'm not sure of the limitations, whether it's software that needs fine-tuning, whether it's the 60 Hz screen, maybe that should have been a higher refresh rate. Either way, it doesn't take away from the coolness of this product, and you're not constantly going to be looking at the screen. You're only going to be glancing down at the screens. So from a driver's point of view, I don't think this is going to be as immersive braking as maybe a spectator's view. If you're sitting watching someone race, you're permanently going to be looking at that screen and thinking there's quite a bit of lag there. But if you're a racer that's maybe just negotiated a rather tricky overtake and now you're powering your way to the apex, by the time you're holding your steering wheel and turning into that apex, the lag in the steering wheel would have caught up, you'll look down and the gyro will be perfectly horizontal. As I say, the first time I saw the GS in the flesh was at Gamescom, and I did notice the lag there, and I spoke to the staff and they said yes, we're aware that there is some lag on the system and we're continuing to work on it. I suppose it doesn't help that the website says it's equipped with a gyroscope and Moza software algorithms. The screen remains perfectly horizontal, ensuring low latency and enhanced visibility. So my expectations were quite high reading the information that was given on the website. Scrutinizing the gyro for a video is one thing, using it in a sim race is a completely different affair. So let's go and have a look and see how it behaves. Here we are in Assetto Corsa, and as I suspected, once you actually sit in your rig and look down at the rim from a driving aspect, and obviously keeping an eye on your racing game and only glancing down at the rim, it becomes a very different experience and the lag in that gyroscope becomes less evident. Swiping through the different screens on the gyroscope is very easy, and for some reason it doesn't seem to leave loads of fingerprints behind. Being able to customize those 8 RGB backlit buttons is great, and it means that you can personalize it for you, and it also helps you remember what each button does corresponding to a different color. Of course, it's not only about the gyroscope. The wheel itself is very, very nice. I like the carbon fiber front. The short travel buttons are really nice. The gear paddles have a distinct click to them. It all feels very premium. You've also got those 2 unique buttons around the back of the steering wheel. I couldn't seem to comfortably access them with my first finger. I used those to change gear on the paddles. I was using my 3rd finger to access those, and they're perfect for maybe a look behind button or a talk button. Just one thing to mention, if you like to wear sim racing gloves when racing, you won't be able to swipe through the different options on the gyroscope whilst wearing them. So how much is this new Vision GS? Well, let's go over to the website and take a look. You probably already guessed that this isn't going to be cheap, and it is their most expensive wheel so far, priced at £749. One thing I do like about Moza is their openness to using their rims on other ecosystems, other steering wheel bases like Fanatec, for example, using the Moza Universal Hub Kit. I will be making a separate video connecting this rim up to a Fanatec DD Pro. But it's a very nice bit of kit, there's no doubt about that, and given the fact that Moza is still quite a young company, to be able to produce stuff like this and get it to market as quickly as they are, I think it's fantastic. I think as a concept design, this is absolutely beautiful, and I don't think it will be one of their most successful rims. I think it will be a certain customer that really likes the features and the look of it. Maybe GT3 racers want to stick to something that's licensed, but for someone that's interested in technology and sort of concept design, yes, this may hit the spot. I've tried to show everything in this video, the good, the bad, the ugly. Most of it's good. There are a couple of bits like the fact that you can't use it with your gloves and that lag on the gyroscope. So if you're looking at it from a spectator's point of view, as we've already discussed in this video, that may be an instant no for you. But I've tried to show in this video that actually using it, the lag isn't as much of a problem as you may think. It's quite a lot of money for a rim, isn't it? So hopefully in this video I've answered any questions that you may have, and if you have any more, leave them below in the comments section. But that is it, everyone. I'm going to put this back on my rig and go and do some more sim racing. Thank you very much for watching my video. I will see you in the next one.